Hey everyone, Tom Rafferty. Today I'm going to talk about overcoming the fear of cold calling. Obviously behind me is my punching bag. I love boxing. I've always kept a heavy bag in the house, usually in the basement, but this one is in my shed. My shed has tools and things. It's very utilitarian, so I don't come out here and hit this bag anymore, but I do go to a gym and they have a heavy bag that I hit. It's a weightlifting gym with one heavy bag. So when I hit that bag, I'm kind of an outlier in that gym. I'm the only person doing that thing. Everyone else is either lifting weights or doing an aerobics class. But when you're on that bag, you are the only person in that gym doing that thing. So sometimes I'm a little self-conscious about it. Some days I don't care, and I don't care who's watching or what they think of me, but other days I do care a little. And I would use that as motivation to go out and sell things, because it took a little bit of courage building sometimes for me to go and hit that bag at the gym. And I would push myself to do it because it was practice in pushing myself to pick up the phone and call people I didn't know, reach out to people I didn't know through email or social media, or even walk into places and cold call in person people I didn't know. So there's a really good analogy and a metaphor here between boxing and cold calling. Not just the part about getting in a ring and putting yourself in a little bit of jeopardy because you have an opponent who's throwing gloves at you as you're throwing your gloves at them, but also in a little bit of a more relaxed situation. Just the idea of going into a gym and doing a thing that no one else is doing. It takes a little bit of courage building. So I wish there were a magic solution to overcoming your fear of cold calling, but after 20 years, I don't believe that there is. I think you need to simply commit to doing it. Do it once in a while. Don't overburden yourself with goals you're not going to meet, but pick up the phone once in a while and call someone you don't know. And here's a really important piece of advice. Be yourself. Don't go in there with a script that you heard from some sales trainer who probably never used those words themselves in a sales pitch on the phone. Doing this for 20 years, I've seen so much sat through so much sales training and role playing and formal training and informal. And I've come away with it at the end, realizing that you just have to be yourself. If you call someone and you're polite and courteous and humble, and upfront tell them that you're looking to see if they're interested in your service or your product, they kind of take that well. But if you call and sound like a robotic, scripted salesperson, that's not taken very well. And once in a while, someone, if you're in sales, you'll know this, once in a while, someone will really be hostile to you or react in just a bad way to you calling them and trying to reach out to them. But most of the time, people don't. You kind of always brace for the worst when you do this job, but most of the time that doesn't happen. But if you are yourself when you call and you explain that you're just interested in seeing if they're interested in what you have, you'd be surprised how many times that works. Maybe it's a reception person that answered the phone. Maybe it's the CEO of the company. You just don't know. Calling some people on the phone is really like pulling a slot machine handle. You don't know who you're going to get, what mood they're going to be in. They might be in the best mood ever. They might have had the best day ever, and they may be ready to say yes to your overture or your question. So I would say cold calling is not life in general. The things we fear are rarely as bad as the fear we feel for them. You fear something and then you do it and you go, that wasn't that bad. And I think cold calling is the same thing. I really do. So I would say to commit to doing some cold calling if you do some cold calling, you pick up the phone and call people, you're already going to be ahead of the curve. A lot of salespeople are doing everything they can not to pick up that phone. So you are putting yourself in a smaller percentage of salespeople if you actually make the cold call. Second thing is, be yourself. Don't go with any cheesy sales scripts. Be yourself, be humble, be courteous. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. And be persistent. If the first person is not polite to you, or these days it's hard to even get a human on the phone, just keep trying. Keep trying. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you do get people on the phone. Be courteous, be polite, never escalate. If they are rude to you, never go there with them. Don't try to one-up them. Always have a mind to de-escalation. Always stay calm. Always stay courteous. You're not going to get anywhere good if you try to one-up someone who's not being exactly kind and courteous to you. So those are my suggestions for cold calling. I've done a lot of it in my 20-year career. So this is not just theoretical. It's very practical advice and suggestions I'm giving. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon with another video about my observations. Thanks so much.